Hi everyone, this is Carolyn Speaks, the State of Our World on Tuesday, May 25th, 2021. So what is it, good, bad, or indifferent? Well, the coronavirus is still with us, reigning supreme, and people still refusing to wear a mask, practice social distancing, get vaccinated when the vaccine is available to them. So, I don't know, it's a strange world that we live in. Uh, but that's the way it is. Now, uh, we have a lot of virus, and we really have to do the right thing to get it under control. Now, a federal court strikes down a Georgia bill requiring contractors to pledge not to boycott Israel, and a federal judge did strike this law down because it was not right. The ruling came in a lawsuit filed by independent journalist Abby Morton, who's barred from speaking at Georgia Southern University in 2019 because she refused to sign a pledge against the BDS movement. Under Georgia law, any recipient of a government contract larger than 1,000 must sign such a pledge. Now, Abby Martin, the journalist, said, "My right to speak at a conference on media at a public university was conditioned on my pledge to never participate in my constitutional right to engage in peaceful political action. It is not just this particular conference, but my right to speak at any public university or similar event in the entire state has been taken away because I will not forfeit my constitutional rights by signing the pledge." BDS is boycott, divestment, and sanctions. And I'm glad you stood up for yourself, but it's not a good thing what Georgia did. Now, in Israel, U.S. Secretary of State Blinken reaffirms Israel's right to self-defense after meeting with the Israeli Prime Minister. Now, after that meeting, he was expected to go to Ramallah to meet with the Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas in Ramallah in the occupied West Bank, and then go to Egypt and Jordan. Blinken is not planning to meet with anyone connected to Hamas or visit Gaza, which was devastated during the 11-day Israeli bombardment. The Israeli assault killed 253 Palestinians, including 66 children. During a joint appearance with Netanyahu, Blinken reaffirmed Israel's right to self-defense and repeated President Biden's vow to rebuild Gaza. Well, Israel does have a right to self-defense, so do the Palestinians. Israel's right to self-defense does not mean they can destroy Gaza and its people and its infrastructure. President Biden has vowed to help rebuild Gaza. However, if you didn't let Israel destroy Gaza, you wouldn't have to pay to rebuild it. That's a really tricky issue. Very strange. But that's the way it is. Double standards here. Now, Israel is to end all coronavirus restrictions. Gaza assault increases risk to unvaccinated Palestinians. Israel's health ministry says it will end all coronavirus restrictions in June after its mass vaccination program nearly succeeded in halting community spread of coronavirus. Daily infections across Israel are down to double digits, and fatalities are down. Meanwhile, health officials in Gaza are warning tens of thousands of Palestinians who crowded into shelters during Israel's 11-day bombardment are at high risk of the coronavirus. Just 2% of Gazans are fully vaccinated, and Israel has refused to distribute vaccines into Palestinian territories it occupies. During Israel's assault on Gaza, an Israeli airstrike killed a prominent Palestinian doctor who's overseeing coronavirus cases at Gaza's largest hospital. Another Israeli airstrike damaged Gaza's only coronavirus testing lab. So, Israel, what you don't realize is the virus spreads, it goes through the air. So your refusal to provide personal protective equipment and vaccines to the Palestinians in your occupied territories is going to cause the virus to spread to you and your favorite people, the Israeli Hebrews. So, dumb decision, but that's the way it is. All right. And the United States doesn't say anything against it. Now, the World Health Organization director decries the scandalous inequity on vaccinations that's perpetuating the virus. Uh, it's we have to get rid of uh, intellectual property rights for the vaccine. We have a worldwide pandemic, and we should be since we paid for the development, along with other countries, paid for the research and development of the vaccine. We should be allowing that vaccine to be uh, used, manufactured to create more vaccines in companies in all parts of the world that are qualified to do that. So the U.S. is has done the right thing by saying that uh, it's okay to not have intellectual property rights for the vaccine, but we need the other countries in the world to do that too, and we have to license anyone who's capable of making the vaccine properly and safely to do so. So you're going to have a perpetual pandemic with your policies, Western states like United States, which originally refused to ban the intellectual property rights for the vaccine. But we'll see what happens. Now, it's another interesting case is uh, a fired AP journalist, Emily Wilder, speaks out after right-wing smears. Uh, the young reporter at the AP, she was targeted in a Republican smear campaign for her pro-Palestinian activism in college. Now, Wilder, who's Jewish and a member of the Students for Justice in Palestine and Jewish Voice for Peace at Stanford University before she graduated in 2020. She was 2 weeks into her new job with the AP when the Stanford College Republicans singled out some of her past social media posts, triggering a conservative frenzy. The AP announced Wilder's firing shortly thereafter, citing unspecified violations of its social media policy. Less than 48 hours after Stanford College Republicans began to post about me, I was fired. I was not given an explanation for what social media policy I had violated. Over 100 AP journalists have signed an open letter to management protesting the decision to fire Wilder, which came just days after Israel demolished the building housing AP offices and other media organizations in Gaza. So, very strange. We have freedom of the press, we have freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, but we have these right-wing people who don't want that. So as a result, we have terrible things going on in the world. So I don't know. We have to all speak out. We have to do the right thing. Okay, that's the news, some of the news for today. How about a little music? Okay, so I'd like to sing today is, let's see, I did Silverside Highlander Dreams. Why don't we do, I know some of Danny Boy. Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainsides. It's you, must go and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valleys are hushed and white with snow. Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainsides. It's you, must go and I must bide. Okay, that's it. Thank you for joining us this evening of Tuesday, May 25th, 2021. I hope you'll be back with us again tomorrow evening for another meeting of Caroline Speaks State of Her World. In the meantime, stay safe, wear a mask, practice social distancing, only go out when you have to, and when the vaccine is available for you, you should take it. I'm waiting for the Johnson & Johnson virus and then a vaccine, and then I will take that. Thank you. Stay safe. Take care of yourself and others. Thank you. Good night, all.